Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Lessons at Fingertips. Here we discuss on some important topics in really simple words so that it's easier for you all to understand and keep things in mind. Today our topic of discussion is going to be another simple topic, that is self-help group. Well, in the rural areas, if we go towards the rural areas, that is where self-help group are mostly functionable. Now the thing is, whenever we are going to the rural areas, what things comes in your mind? First one is people are unemployed. Yeah. Second thing is they are poor. Third thing is they are very less educated, isn't it? These are the few things which comes in our mind. So what is the self-help group? It's a group of 10 to 15 number of peoples who comes voluntarily, who associate voluntarily. Okay. And what do? They form the group. What is the basic function of the group? That each and every members are going to contribute some of the savings, and that savings is going to be kept in the banks. And when is that savings going to be used of all 10 to 15 people? When someone wants to take the loan. Definitely if the person is taking loan, they will have to pay some interest, and that is how the self-help group are going to earn, like some from the interest, and also they are keeping the same amount in the bank, so from there also they are going to get some interest. This is how the self-help group are going to earn. So this is the basic motto of self-help group, a voluntary association of 10 to 15 people who comes together. Why? To form a group where they are going to put their savings, whatever the small savings, whatever the members are earning, the small savings they are going to put, that savings they are going to keep in the bank. And whenever any member of from that group wants to start a business, tries to do something, a small startup or whatever things, the poor woman, especially the woman, self-help group mostly consists of the woman, because the men, they go out for working and all the farming activities, everything, but the women are there who are willing to do the the stitching and all kind of those activities, the household activities. And from there they are also forming this kind of association where they are earning a little bit, their savings the amount. Okay, because women, they especially have this tendency of savings, the men, they do not have much, so they are saving the amount, and that savings are being utilized. Now let's go on to the topic, and I have mentioned here in bullet points so that it becomes easier for you all to explain. The first one, the first bullet, if you see, a small group. What is self-help group? It's a small group. A small group of 10 to 15 poor people who voluntarily comes together and helps each other in solving their problems. What kind of problems? Maybe financial problems, isn't it? So how are they going to solve when all the people are coming together, all these 10-15 people are coming together, putting their savings in one place, keep it in a bank? So what happens if any of the member is having a financial problem? Then that member is going to get help from the self-help group, isn't it? How? The that particular person is going to take loan. It's not always very easy to take loan from the banks, especially in rural areas. Why? Because people are not ready to pay that much of interest. However low it is, but it becomes much more than the interest they need to pay in self-help group, because that's very minimal. So people do not approach the bank, and because people are not that much educated, the bank formalities and everything, they tends to keep away from the banks. Understood? So they can easily form this kind of self-help group. Now self-help group, what happens? Promotes small saving. It promotes what? Small saving among their members, which are kept in the banks. This is the common fund. This small savings by all the members is the common fund, not kisi ek ka. It's the common fund in the name of what? SHG. This fund is used to provide loan to its members, and this fund is used to provide loan to its members. The third bullet point, you see that it tells the SHG is an informal group. It's not a formal group. It's an informal group, and registration is also not mandatory of SHG. Few 10, 15 people, 20 people can, you just go to houses and houses and then collect the female members who are interested in this. Tell them that what are the benefits, what are the merits of SHG, how is it is useful to you. If they are agreeing, they will come together. Everyone will come together, sit together and make this thing happen. Form this self-help group. So it's not a formal association. It's just an informal group. And also registration is not mandatory, because whenever you kind of start this registration process or try to make it formal, it involves what? Paperwork. And people in rural areas are not educated. They tend to keep away from this paperwork. They do not have that much time to understand now again the things and try learning it. They will start keeping away from that. They will just keep themselves away from those all the paperworks. So they won't be doing that. So you need to organize something, whatever groups, associations that are forming, it should be very swift and easy to follow, not involving much of the paperwork. It's just you need to convince the people orally and then they will come together and walk. Isn't it? So here also SHG is an informal group and registration is not mandatory under any Societies Act or State Cooperative Act or any Partnership Act. No, in none of these acts it's necessary to register a self-help group. It's not an formal association or it's not mandatory to register them. Now the fourth one, if you see, are reasonably educated. Now if all the members are uneducated, that becomes a problem. There should be an educated member who will first initiate this program. Isn't it? There should be someone who is going to first initiate the program, will bring the people come together. And how can you convince the people? Only if you are well aware of the program, you are well enough educated to understand the benefit of the program, then only you can approach others, then only you can convince others. So similar thing happens here. A reasonably educated and helpful local person. Local has to be a local person. Otherwise, why the local will listen to you, isn't it? So a helpful local person has to initially help the poor in forming the groups. Initially, someone will have to form the group, will help to form the group. He or she makes the people aware of forming this kind of group and participating. Like, why is this kind of group beneficial? Why should they participate? Why should they start saving? SHGs will also initiate the small saving habits. Whenever you are just not saving, you are doing your household activities, whatever money you are getting, you are just utilizing it. But now that you know that we are a group of some people, and now if I start saving, it will be beneficial for someone else. Also, it may be beneficial later on for myself also. So you will now start what, savings. So it also promotes small savings, isn't it? So that is what is happening here. A reasonably educated and helpful person has to initially help the poor in forming the groups. He or she makes the poor people aware of forming this kind of group and participating. This person is called what? An animator or a facilitator. Got it? Now, basically the women animators, they can play very efficiently in forming a women SHG. A SHG, a informal group where all the members are women. So definitely a woman animator is going to, be very, very efficient in forming a woman SHG. So an animator is surely given, now this animator, the one who is going to initially start the program, needs guidance, needs training, isn't it? Needs some paperwork, isn't it? Reading material. So all these things, the guidance, the training, the reading material, etc. are surely given to the animator. By whom? One, voluntary agency or a non-governmental organization, that is NGO. An NGO or a voluntary association is going to help the animator, the reasonably educated person to initiate this program. Someone will have to make them aware of the benefits of forming an SHG. What kind of people that person should approach. Convincing people, approaching people is a very, very difficult job. isn't it? So to do that properly, to convince the people properly, you should be very well aware of the fact that what are you approaching for, isn't it? And to make the animator well known about this, who are going to help? A voluntary association or an NGO, the development department of the state bank, or local branch of a bank. So these are the three different, you can say the other organization that is going to help the animator to be well known about what is the animator going or approaching for. Got it? So I hope you guys have understood till this here. So this was a basic introduction of self-help group. In my next video, I am going to come up with some main functions of SHGs and whatever else I find it interesting, I will put it up in my next video. So I hope you guys have liked this video. Please do hit a like and subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. Till then, bye bye.